We're on a shaky peg after the last episode. Simply put, this has to be a big episode. We need results. 3 losses in a row in the last episode. 1 in the Champions League, 1 in the league, and 1 in the League Cup quarter-finals to none other than Rangers. If you didn't watch the last episode, usually I'd encourage you to go and watch it. Don't watch it. Pretend it never happened. Stay right where you are. I swear to God. Right then, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Football Manager series. We're on episode, what's a 6 now? Christ, we're doing well. That's a record in the last few years to make it to 6 episodes. But we're here, the World Cup is still, obviously, kind of bobbling along, so we've not got too much time to wait before Celtic's really back, but until then, we're filling the void here on Football Manager. As we know, the last episode didn't go too well, as we lost 3 games on the bounce. As I said, don't remember that, sorry, scrub it from your memory. Off camera, we got a bit of our mojo back. A 6-0 win against Motherwell in the league. Fantastic result for us, which sees us still top of the league. And Rangers, I think, might have dropped points. Yes, they lost to Hearts. So the chance they had to catch back up on us is now gone. If we quickly go to the results of the weekend, huge, absolutely huge. If I can just skip back a moment. There you go. 93rd minute winner from Peter Haring. Seeing Hearts beat Rangers 2-1. Snoddy with a goal as well. Big Celtic fan, Snoddy. So Rangers, their advantage, their chance to kind of catch up on us is gone. Hearts are now our closest competitors for the time being, but we win 6-0. We get the job done. We get our first hat-trick of the season. Kyogo has found his goal-scoring form. 3 goals against Motherwell. Hopefully he keeps that up in today's episode, because we're going to need the goals. Today it's a Champions League doubleheader. I'm bringing you the games that matter for now, the big ones, and we're playing Sevilla in the doubleheader. It is 2 massive games, the first being at Celtic Park, where we got a positive enough result against Leverkusen, and then the second, of course, being played in the Estadio Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan in Sevilla. Well, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? Well, we're playing in Seville for the second game, that same stadium which seen Frankfurt gloriously lift the Europa League title back in May. But yeah, in between we'll have St Johnstone, which I'll play off camera as well, but 2 massive games and a Champions League group which is very much still open to the imagination. Anything can happen because nobody's really stood out. Milan with the only win and a 2-1 win against us where we were up 1-0 for such a long time as well. So it's a group that is, you know, it's still begging the question, who's going to be the best, who's going to go through. We have every chance, but we need to make an impact today, especially in that game at Celtic Park. So I'm going to actually jump into the data hub for this game because I would like to see an overview of how Sevilla play and how we are going to play against them. So the key findings is that the Alejandro Gomez is it Alejandro? It is Alejandro. I knew it was Alejandro. Played for Atalanta, of course. He is their most creative player. They like possession. But they lose possession quite a bit. Wow. But they gain it and lose it. Very weird. XG, goalkeeping, defensive. Their goalkeeping is good. It's at Bow now. I think he's Moroccan, I believe. I'm sure it's him. Bono. Is that how you say it? Is it Av or is Bow now? I think it's Bono you pronounce it. But a good team. They like to play slightly more, what looks to be more defensive. If they play that against us at Celtic Park, I feel like we'd be better combating that with the tactic that includes an attacking midfielder rather than the number 6. But they play a gegenpress style, so they will press us. We'll need to make sure we kind of alter something. But I'm thinking for the game at Celtic Park to go for it a bit more, especially if they're playing a team which has, you know, 3 at the back here, 2 wing backs, 2 defensive midfielders. I think that, you know, that gap here in the middle of the park is to be exploited. By having a number 10, I think that we can do that a little bit better. So right now, I'm leaning towards playing the more attacking tactic. A massive bit of good news here. Georgios Giacomakis has returned to full training. He will be able to come back into the squad soon. He was on fire right before he picked up that injury. He had 7 goals in 5 games. Kyogo, yes, he's just started picking up some form, so we're going to see how that goes between the two of them. The competition is healthy, but to have Giacomakis back after the start to the season he had is huge. So match day 3 has been played for some teams in the Champions League. Some big results here actually. City ended up dropping points to Salzburg, for example, 4-2 to Napoli against Tottenham. Let's have a look at some of the groups so far, how they're shaping out. The ones that have played 3 games, City are comfortably top right enough of that group. Bayern basically already through. Leipzig as well, dominating Group G, and Frankfurt, three wins for them. Wow, the German side's doing pretty well, apart from Dortmund, who have lost both of their games so far against Porto and Trabzonspor of all teams. So, some German teams doing okay, I suppose, but it's time for our game, a big one. It's team selection time. Right, here's the team we're going with for today. It's basically my preferred 11, bar Giacomakis, who does return to the bench. Will he return in this game? We'll have to wait and see. But basically my preferred 11, the one we've got used to seeing quite a bit in this series. I was tempted to start Johnston because he's been very impressive recently. But I'm going to give Juranovic the nod just in case we get any penalties, free kicks, and he's there to stand over them. We need every advantage we can get in this Champions League. So that is the team I'm going with. It's time to see what Sevilla actually go with. Are they going to play that defensive tactic? Their team is Bono, Montiel, Nianzou, Marçal, Navas, Jordan, Delaney, Tellez, Corona, Lamela, and Gomez. It is a good team. We'll give our team talk very quickly. Just pick up from the 6-0. I know it's not Motherwell we're playing today, boys. And in fact, quite a bit better than Motherwell, but let's pick up from where we left off. We want to score early. Yep. Whatever. Just tell them all the good things. Let's have a look at what the Champions League graphic says. This is a huge game. We need to win at Celtic Park in the Champions League. I want that at least. And Sevilla, we can do it. I believe we can. Now, will they? Yes, okay. This suits the tactic I'm playing. They have went for that sort of 3-4-3, if you like, with a kind of big gap in between the midfield and defence. But it's time. The anthem shall play. Parkhead is erupting. I'm up in 4-1-2. Well, actually, I'm not up in 4-1-2. I'm the manager. But here we go. Kick off at Celtic Park. It is our third Champions League game so far. We've drawn with Bayer Leverkusen. We have lost to AC Milan. Can we beat Sevilla? Can we get something done early? It looks as though we're going right for it, by the way, starting this game. And here we go. Haksabanovic. Can he get a good ball? And he does it. Kyogo! It's a goal already! 30 seconds in. Is he offside? I think he might be just offside. 30 seconds into the game, we could have the lead. VAR is checking. The goal stands. Come on, get in. That is 30. Imagine that happened in real life in the Champions League. How many seconds exactly was it when it crossed the line? 28 seconds. 28 seconds. The quickest goal, I think, maybe in Celtic's Champions League history. Kyogo makes it 1-0. A tight offside. Look how close he is. He is on though, and a ball in from Haksabanovic gets a goal. Could this be the game? We can't quite sing this is the day that we win away because we're not quite away, but it's a very good start, and hopefully we can just keep things going like that. I knew there was something from that highlight that looked really interesting, like something was going to happen. And Kyogo, he's saying, Giacomakis might be back. He might be back, but he's coming into goal scoring form. He's given me something to think about. Anyway, Sevilla are getting themselves quite into this game, as you can see. They've decided to take a bit of a grip in the game. But we've had 3 shots, all 3 on target, so we're not out of our depths. But it looks as though nothing much else is going to happen in this half. It looks as though we're going to go right into half-time after that early goal and leave it there. And we do. The only highlight in the game so far was 30 seconds in, and it was Kyogo putting us up 1-0. I'm just going to say I'm happy. Let's keep them, please. Look at that. See, that's how you deliver a team talk. But wow. If that's the only highlight of the game, it might be boring for you viewers back home, but I'll happily take it. Juranovic stands over a free kick. Delivery for Vickers, and Bono makes the save. U2's finest. You can say, what was the script of him against? Did you see that in the World Cup? I think he was dizzy during the national anthems, and he ended up not playing the game. Morocco ended up beating Belgium anyway. It was huge. And Bono might be best pleased that he done that. Who knows? It could have cost him a loss with being dizzy. Anyway, Sevilla have possession right now, which isn't as exciting. I don't like that. Montiel gives it to Cato. And when will we start to think about, are we going to learn our lesson from Milan? That's the question. Gomez. Oh, he's hit the post. That was a big chance for Sevilla. Is it a wake-up call for us? Are we going to make something from it? Oh, that's a dirty tackle from Jesus Navas. Now, this is the question. Have we learned from Milan? Because we were up 1-0 for so long, and I kept toying with the idea of going slightly more defensive. I didn't do it. We lost the game 2-1. Now, Sevilla seem to be getting into the game a little bit more. Should we be taking the initiative to go a little bit more defensive in order to not go down 2-1? Maybe so. We'll see what happens after this highlight. O'Reilly tackled well by Jesus Navas, and Sevilla will get back possession. We should get it comfortably here, though. We do. McGregor gives it to Hatate. O'Reilly through for Kyogo, who's through with the keeper one-on-one. Oh, come on. That should have been two. That should have been two. Do you know what? I'm getting the fear a little bit. I've just been thinking of Milan. We're going to switch it. We're going to go a little bit more defensive. I'm going to make a change as well. I'm going to bring Aaron Moy on for Hatate. That's going to be my first change of the game. And I'm also going to bring on Liela Bada, who played very well at the weekend, as my second substitution, and we're going to see how this fares. Now, this tactic's not as Ange-bally, you could say, in the sense that we are a little bit more, you know, I'm actually going to change the mentality balance. I do not want to throw away a winning position again like we did against AC Milan. Keep calling them AC Milan, that's not actually their name. Their name's just Milan. It annoys me when people actually call them AC Milan because it's like saying FC Barcelona all the time. But do you know what? I'm not going to be that picky. 20 minutes to go. Big chance. Sevilla try to chip Joe Hart. Don't know why. Big chance wasted. And a bit of a let-off for us. We've not done much since I've changed. I'm going to use my last 3 subs, I think, here. I'm going to bring on Giacomakis for his return. Get him involved. I'm going to bring on Johnston for Vickers because Vickers is knackered and apparently wants to come off. I know, risky substitution to say the least. And finally, I'm going to bring on Dyson Maida for Haksabanovic. Should I bring on Garnacho actually? Do you know what? I'm bringing on Garnacho. Garnacho's coming on for Haksabanovic. Haksa, who got the assist, pivotal in that first goal. We just need to make sure we don't let anything slip now. As Steven Gerrard once said, we've had far more highlights in the second half. To be honest, more of them going Sevilla's way than ours. But can we maybe find a second? Liela Bada's through. He's shot this thing. Take a touch, you dick. Take a touch. Oh my God. A massive chance goes begging. And with 5 minutes to go, we should be up 2-0. And now it's about just going very defensive, making sure we don't let this go away from us. Full time. Yes, come on, a massive win. Finally, Celtic Park has been waiting 10 years. Just short of 10 years for a Champions League win in front of their very eyes. And finally, Ryan Fitzsimons has brought it to Celtic Park. A goal in the first minute. Actually, a goal 28 seconds into the game is the difference between the two sides. Joe Hart. Phenomenal performance from him tonight. Man of the match performance, in fact, from Joe Hart. After all the kind of criticisms we've been giving him. Wow, wow, wow. That is huge. That is massive. And Sevilla might have been all over us. They might have had the better stats. But it's a result that sees us in a decent enough position. Now we're drawing on points with Milan. Leverkusen go top of the group with a victory. I think they must have won. They beat Milan 3-1. But we are in third place at the minute, which is all that matters. But we've got a huge job to do when we head over to Spain. Now, I've just got to fear because the last time we played right after Europe, we lost, didn't we? We lost that game against St Mirren. And before that, we were actually quite lucky to get a win against Livingston. It seems like European hangover is well and truly a thing amongst this team at the moment, and we need to drill that out of us. Now, the thing is, we've got a tough game. It's not easy being away from home, and we're up at McDiarmid Park. I will be playing it off camera, but we can't afford to lose that game. We can't afford to drop points, especially now that we have the chance to kind of stray forward ahead of Rangers. So I'm hoping that we don't suffer the same fate. I'll let you know, and I'll keep the cameras rolling in case anything huge happens, but should be, hopefully, a straightforward win. Now, James Forrest doesn't seem himself. He wants to get a move away so he can get into the national setup. I'm going to go and discuss this with Jamesy. How you doing, big arse? How are we? The time, no, you're not getting it. You're not getting time. You're not. No. No, that won't be necessary. I don't want to leave. I'll work hard and try and take my chance when it comes. Okay, so James Forrest now doesn't want to leave. So that was a quick conversation. Anyway, let's go up to Perth. I'll be with you all soon. You'd be quicker asking who hasn't scored, to be honest. What a performance this has been. We suffered an early scare too, and we're still going. I just thought I'd check in here. Not been recording until I thought now. I was like, maybe we should be recording. Because that has been the quality of goals we have been seeing in this game, by the way. That is sensational from Dyson Maida. I think that might be his first of the season. I'm not sure. But it's a fantastic strike. It is St Johnstone. They took the lead, by the way. I was thinking to myself, no, not again. Not European hangover again. And yeah, as you can see here, with 9 minutes to go, Hatate, Abada, Unar, Abada, Abildgar, Giacomakis has returned with a goal. And Maida. Wow. And do you know what? I can't even say who's been good and who's not been good. Everybody's been bloody amazing. Johnson's the lowest rated in the park. He's getting a bit tired. So I'm going to bring on Juranovic for the last few minutes. And I'm also going to bring on Matt O'Reilly for Hatate and move Moy forward. Moy has just been unbelievable, to say the least. Unbelievable. But anyway, it's 8-1. But I'm going to stick on very attacking for the last few minutes, see if we can maybe find one more. But I'll happily take 8. I'm not gonna complain about 8, and I think it's going to stop at 8. It does stop at 8. What a result. That's European hangover right there. That is European. Look at the XG charts. My God. We only had 2.87 XG and we scored 8. 8. Unbelievable performance, especially from Abada and Moy. They were just next level. And that is a fantastic sort of performance. The exact sort of performance that you want right before you play Sevilla away from home. Now, can St Mirren somehow do us a favour? They managed to beat us. Can they beat Rangers? That's it. No, they can't. No, they can't. And Hearts won as well. So there's your league table heading into the end of this episode for domestic games anyway. We are still top with 9 wins and only the 1 loss. 2 clear of Hearts, 6 clear of Rangers. They have a game in hand to play. So things are looking pretty tasty at the moment, I must admit. How have Rangers been getting on in Europe very quickly? I want to see. They're sitting third in our group. The same exact kind of results as us. A win, a draw and a loss. Yeah, 4 points for them. Feyenoord running away with it. You'll love to see it. Right then, to end off the episode, of course, it's the big one. It's the Champions League against Sevilla. I'm going to clear the entire team selection and just start fresh because we will be playing slightly more defensive in this game. We're away from home. We know that it can be difficult. And we've seen what Sevilla are capable of at Celtic Park. I know we won 1-0. We were the better side in terms of scoring goals, but in the general run of play, I think Sevilla had more chances. We were certainly prone to a counter-attack or two. So I am going to watch what I am doing here against Sevilla. And I'm actually going to start Giacomakis up front. I know he's only fit for 45 minutes of action, but that's fine by me because I just feel like his presence is more needed against Sevilla here than what maybe Kyogo's or such as, or Unal's. So I'm going to start him 45 minutes. If we can get something out of him in the first half, I'll be fine with that. I'm going to pick the rest of the team very quickly. Back in a second. Right, here's the team. Abada is starting. They scored a hat-trick at the weekend. I've had to drop Haksabanovic because I can't not play Abada after that. Moy, once again, had to drop Hatate. Can't not play him after that at the weekend. Juranovic back in. Taylor back in. Carter Vickers is 1 yellow card away from suspension in the Champions League, which isn't great. But there is the team. That's what we're playing here at the... I forgot to name it off the top of my head. The Jose Pizjuan or something in Seville. Hopefully there will be water for the supporters. And here is your Sevilla team. Let's quickly just get in to see the formation. Are they going... for this, you know, I'm not one to say, you know, well, people don't expect anything here. I want us to give it a right good go. I don't want us to be feeling like the underdogs. I want to win this. Moy, he's got the quality to adapt his game. Yeah, just give him the good answers. Right, Sevilla are going for the same setup. The setup which seen us beat them 1-0, but we are obviously changing our setup here in Spain for a European away game. Yes, Ange would be shunning me, but I want to win. And in an FM, you know, I sadly... I don't think I'll get the same effects as what Ange would. So here we go. Let's do this. It's Sevilla against Celtic in the Champions League. We beat them at Celtic Park. If we beat them today, I think we're basically... Well, maybe not, but we would be very, very close to securing European football after Christmas because it would leave Sevilla still bottom of the group on 2 points, whereas we could be on 7, which would be a very hard one to fuck up. Anyway, here's Gomez... Sevilla coming close, by the way. That wasn't a bad effort from the corner kick. Sevilla, of course, in the white, us in the black. Let's press Jesus Navas then. Okay, John, I'll listen to you. If you fuck it up for me, you're getting sacked. So no pressure, John. I'm talking about Kennedy, by the way. Not a random John watching the video. Gomez swings one in again. And from a second corner kick, by the way, they've managed to kind of worry us. Which is annoying, but we're coming up close to half-time. Sevilla have a chance once again. And I don't know if they're trying their best to... Oh, no. Suso. That's offside. Referee. Call it. He's off. I seen it. It was miles off. It was miles offside. Chop it off. VAR. Told you. We've been let off with one there, though. We have been let off with one. I'm going to try and force them outside a little bit more because... think that they've got so many good players that like to cut inside, and they've got a lot of players through the middle. They've only really got the wing backs out wide. No, they're not. I'm talking absolute shit. They've got wingers on. I'm thinking they were playing like a narrow free, but they're not. It's half time anyway. And do you know what? 0-0 away from home in Europe at half time is certainly not a bad position to be in. Now, we haven't really made any chances ourselves, which is annoying. But as I just said, the team talk, if we can find a goal, then that changes the whole direction of this game. I am going to bring on Kyogo for the second half. Giakoumakis was only recommended for a half of action. So we will bring on Kyogo, and maybe his pace up front can bring something. If we don't really... Oh, God, no, stop this. It's the crosses that are getting to us on the set pieces. They've not done anything from open play out wide, but here we go. Kyogo. This is what I brought him on for. You wouldn't get this out of Giakoumakis, and maybe it's what we needed. Kyogo holds it up. Gives it to Greg Taylor. Tries to swing it. He had a go. He tried to lob it in for someone there, and it's just right to the Sevilla defender. He should have had a pop himself. And I'm thinking about going a bit more attacking in a moment, because we've not done anything really. That was our first near chance, and it didn't even become a chance come the end of it. So bugger it. If you don't go for it, you don't get it. Would a point be good? I would take a point. Oh, fuck it. I'm being ambitious. Cheer me on, lads. We're going to bring on Haxa. And we're going to... No, I'm not taking a... Did I take off Abad or did I take off Shota? Who's in a better game? Abada's in a 640, Shota's in a 670. Okay, right. Hax is on the left. McGregor obviously moves back. We can bring on Rio Hatate if we really want to. And I'm going to. And then we've got still two changes to play with, which has a couple of wingers in there. Maida, who had a good game at the weekend. Garnacho. We've also got Unal as well, who could come in handy if we want to go two up top. I'm going to go with those changes. That is the changes. We are going to go that little bit more attack. It's not that the whole team becomes suddenly more attacking, but it moves out that number 6 version of McGregor, brings him up the park a little bit more, and it might come in handy, or it could be the death of us. It could be, but we've not created enough. And I don't think Sevilla have... Oh no. Joe Hart with a big save. Big save, Joe. I don't think Sevilla, apart from there, they haven't created anything big. Not too worrying. They scored that offside goal, but... Now they've got a free kick. Oh, God. They've been good from their set pieces, which is scary. Jordan's got to take it. Smacks it. Hart does save it. I thought he caught it, but he parries it wide. Better than parrying it into the opposition. Sevilla are suddenly starting to get themselves into this game a lot more. And I'm suddenly starting to think to go back to playing a number 6. I'll see how the next sort of 5-10 minutes go, but I don't like the amount of chances that Sevilla have. I think I'm going to go back to number 6. We'll see how this plays out here. If we've just opened this game up for them, I will be devastated. But I think the game is calling out for me. Oh no, they've got in behind too easy there. Played it over the bar. We're going back. I've shat myself. I'm reversing it. I am fucking reversing it. I'll change some instructions, because I just see them getting in behind us far too easily. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. So let's not play out through the defence. There's no point in playing out through the defence anymore. We may as well try and just, be a bit more direct. Play for set pieces. We could play for some set pieces. Do you know what? I'm actually going to ask them to play for some set pieces. Get rid of the short kicks. Let's try and throw it long. And let's regroup on defence. Let's do that. Can that maybe see us get something here? I would take a point. I'm not going to lie and say that I wouldn't. Because I would take a point. Away from home in Europe, in our first season, every point is massive. So I would take it. And, here we go, by the way. Tactical genius. Jota. Penalty. Wait. Oh, it's a penalty. Play for set pieces worked. Come on. I am the Specky one. Come on. Yeah, don't go to VAR. He pulls him down the box. There's no question about it. It's a penalty. Oh, I'm a genius. I'm an absolute genius. Right. Steady. Juranovic. He's not missed one yet. And he's not missed... I've just punched him. I've just punched the microphone. Come on! We're up 1-0 in Spain. That's all it takes. Just some tactical genius from myself. And you'll suddenly find yourself 1-0 up, away from home to Sevilla. You're punching microphones. And we're in a very, very good position with 15 minutes to play. This episode is night and day from the last one. I tell you that for nothing. 8 minutes to go. I don't think we've got any subs left, but Vickers is not. The team's knackered. The team's bloody knackered. Starfield's had an absolute stinker, apparently. Should I make any more changes? I don't even want to. I'm not going to. This is the team that's seen it out, and if they're knackered, they're knackered. There's not much we can do. But that could be us. And I've got 4 minutes added. Why add 4? Why add bloody 4? That's it, surely. Blow the whistle. Come on, get in. This is the day. This is the day that we win away, that we win away. We will rejoice. We will. Look at that. Look at that. Through penalty, by hook or by crook, through tactical genius, through the Specky one, we have took a massive win in Sevilla. We've took 6 points from Sevilla in tonight's episode. Special. When was the last time Celtic won away in the Champions League? Anderlecht. It would have been. Oh my goodness. We're top of the group. But there's still a game to play. We could be top of the group. If there's like a draw, I think we could be top. Kyogo's out for 10 days. We can deal with that. 10 days isn't the worst. Another £2 million in the bank, following on from the £2 million we got for our last win as well. Milan have took revenge out in Leverkusen in fine fashion with a 5-1 win, which means the group currently stands with us joint top, but in an incredibly good position. To get European football after Christmas, because we are now 5 clear of Sevilla. 1 point sees us through to at least the Europa League. 1 point out of the last 2 games. And we played so well against Milan at the San Siro that I think we can do it. Wow. What a massive... This is night and day from the last episode. A couple of bits of tactical masterclass from myself. Make one of those tactical masterclass videos of me sitting there with a wee board. But wow. There you go. There's today. So we came on. We came on and beat Motherwell 6-0. Well, that was off camera. 1-0. We scored how many? Look at our last 4 games. We have scored 16-4. That's 2 1-0ers. Again, that's European. That's Jose Mourinho stuff right there. But you take it. Wow. Whew. Okay, I'm happy with that. There's your standings as we head into the next episode. We're going to end it off there. Crazy episode, massive. We're going to come back and we're going to finish off the Champions League group stage. So off camera, I'm going to play the 2 Edinburgh sides. Hearts probably should play on camera, but I want to get the group over and done with in the next episode. So I'm going to get through them. We're going to play Milan and Leverkusen in a Champions League doubleheader on the next episode, and then from there it's focusing on domestic stuff till after Christmas. But thank you for watching, much appreciated. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's episode. It is a late one, I understand, but thank you. Like and subscribe. I'll see you all next time.